Yo guys, what's up? It's Ty, and today, sorry about it's gonna be kind of a black screen, but I'm gonna teach you guys how to
email, keymail.
I'm gonna teach you guys
Notification, 17 new messages.
I'm gonna teach you guys like the tutorial. I'm gonna show you the tutorial on the Braille Note Touch, like the Keysoft tutorial is what they call it. Now, this will be launched when you start your Braille Note for the first time, but in case you guys are like gonna get one or kind of wondering about it, I will show you here.
Internet, key web.
So now I just plugged it into a speaker. Here we go.
Word processor, keyword.
Now I don't normally like the voice this slow, but I set it to the factory defaults for you guys. I mean, I still have all my stuff, but I just set the voice. So you press space with O. Oh, sorry. I gotta unplug that speaker.
Notification, 100.
Sorry. I don't know why I was doing that. Then I press space with O.
Headphone, disconnected. Options menu.
Then, yeah, press M for miscellaneous, or you can scroll to it using the farthest thumb key or space with dot 4.
Select config keyboard set miscellaneous
Then
settings.
press enter.
Miscellaneous settings. Vibration feedback check Use navigation sounds checkbox. Sound volume. Match media. Launch tutorial.
Launch tutorial. I'll press that.
Keysoft tutorial. Welcome to the Braille Note Touch. Press. There are a number. Welcome to the Braille Note Touch. Press the rightmost thumb key. There are a number of ways to read and navigate using Braille Note Touch, including using the physical keyboard, the touch screen with gestures. There are a number of ways to read and navigate using Braille Note Touch, including using the physical keyboard, the touch screen with gestures, or the innovative Touch Braille virtual keyboard. For this first example, you can use the well-known thumb keys located across the front edge of Braille Note Touch. The 4 thumb keys from left to right are previous, left, right, and next. Previous and next will navigate forward and backward by item or control, and left and right will pan or scroll the refreshable Braille display when reading.
And to let you all know, this is a 32-cell Braille Note Touch.
An item or control can be activated simply by pressing one of the touch cursor routing keys located directly above each cell of the refreshable Braille display.
In my case, it's 32. So, since I have 32 cells, yeah. But for those of you who have 18-cell Braille Note Touches, or who don't even have Braille Note Touch yet, or might be looking into one, yeah. It's the same display as the Apex, and you select something even by pressing the cursor router key. So.
Using the thumb keys, locate the Next button on the screen and activate it using a touch cursor routing key to proceed, or the Exit button to exit this tutorial. Do not launch this tutorial next time I restart my Braille Note checkbox. Check.
I have that checked, just for convenience.
Next button.
You have next.
Previous button. Disabled.
And there's no previous tutorial, so it's disabled.
Exit tutorial button.
There's an exit button, which I'm not going to do.
Next button.
Then you can press cursor router, or I'm just going to press enter.
Exploring Braille Note Touch. Top. Let's get to know your Braille Note Touch. With the let's get to know your Braille Note Touch. With the Braille Note in front of you, either on your lap or on a table. Along the front edge of Braille Note Touch, you already located the 4 thumb keys.
Yeah.
As a reminder, they are named previous, left,
I'm gonna move my phone
right,
closer.
and next. In the middle of the thumb keys are 3 buttons. The left button, shaped like a triangle, is your back or exit button. The circle button is your home button, which will always take you to the Braille Notes main menu. The square button is your context menu button. Pressing this button in certain apps will show you a menu of the most useful functions and keyboard shortcuts for that app. The context menu is just one more way to get immediate help using your Braille Note Touch. Holding the square button down for a couple seconds will bring up the recent apps list, showing you a list of your currently opened applications.
That's really handy. It's like an app switcher. And now I'm pressing the right thumb key, and I can pan through all this. Like all that is just red.
Moving to the left edge of your Braille Note Touch, you will find furthest away from you a micro USB port.
That's the charger.
This port is used to charge your Braille Note Touch, as well as connecting to computers for transferring of files. In front of this port is a button with a slight indentation. This is the lock/unlock button. Quickly tapping this button will either lock or unlock your Braille note, and if your Braille note is completely off,
there's not a
holding
switch
this
anymore.
button down will power it on.
And holding that down unless it's powered off, it'll just say power off, press enter, and press O.
In front of the lock/unlock button are the volume up and down buttons. Moving to the back edge of your Braille note touch, at the back left corner you will find the USB port. Next to it is your SD slot, and lastly you will find an HDMI port. The HDMI port is used to send the Braille note's visual display to a separate television, monitor, or projector.
Now that'll be handy when you're in class. So, let me explain something to you. You might be thinking, one USB port? Yes. That's the one annoying thing about the touch, is it only has one USB port. Because if you wanted to sync a file, but it's still way better than the Apex, in my opinion.
On the right edge of Braille note touch are two ports that feel similar. The one furthest from you is the microphone jack. Next is a headphone jack, and the button with a raised dot on it is an action button. This action button has different functions depending on the app you are using. For example, when using the Victor Reader book reading application, this action button serves as your play/pause button.
And I don't think this is something they mentioned in this tutorial, but the headphone jack is also has a little
Moving to the
raised,
back edge of your
raised,
Braille-
the raised line around it. I'll press next.
The physical keyboard. Braille note touch includes an optional physical keyboard that can be used for writing and also for full keyboard navigation of apps. For example, space with dot 1 will move backwards and space with dot 4 will move forward by item or control, similar to using the previous and next thumb keys.
Now, let me just say that the physical keyboard comes in the case. You might be thinking, how does that work? The touch will explain all that.
Pressing enter activates an item similar to pressing one of the Braille touch cursor routing keys above the cells of the refreshable Braille display.
Yep.
Space with E will exit an operation or navigate back to the previous step. Space with H will provide contextual help for navigation or command instructions.
Kind of like pressing the square button.
Braille note touch also includes a powerful feature called first letter navigation. By simply pressing the first letter of any item or control, it is possible to quickly move directly to that item. Pressing N, for example, will move directly to the next button below. Next button. Braille preferences. Please select literary, contracted, or computer, uncontracted Braille for both input in your Braille display below. Preferred Braille grade for entry, literary Braille.
Yeah.
Preferred Braille grade for display, literary Braille.
Yep.
Computer Braille table, English US Libli E. Literary Braille table, English UB Duxbury grade 2. Next button.
This is my personal choice.
Using the touch screen.
Oh, I love this part.
Braille Note Touch provides the ability to interact with the device using only the touch screen that can be accessed by lifting the physical keyboard.
See, that's why the keyboard. That is the reason the keyboard's only attached to the case, because it has a touch screen.
It is also possible to write in Braille using only the touch screen using an innovative feature called Touch Braille.
Now, I'm using actually Touch Braille right now. So, I don't have my physical keyboard on.
To
flip
use
down.
Touch Braille, simply place all 10 fingers directly on the touch screen just as you would when using the physical Braille keyboard until you feel a short vibration which indicates that the Braille Note Touch has recognized your fingers. Then, simply raise your fingers slightly above the touch screen and begin writing in Braille.
Kind of like playing the
If you
keyboard.
feel a long vibration, the finger recognition was not successful. Simply raise your 10 fingers and place them on the screen again. Note that touch Braille accuracy can be improved if your wrists are down closer to the Braille display and you simply flex your fingers up and down, rather than keeping your wrists up in the air. When
Yeah.
Braille Note Touch is started, Touch Braille is always active by default.
Some of it active by default. What else could you use it for? We are gonna find it out in this tutorial.
Next button.
Next button. I'm just gonna press enter and touch Braille.
Exploring by touch and gestures. Exploring the screen is also possible by simply using a single finger or by using some basic gestures on the touch screen. Pressing the previous and next thumb keys at the same time will switch between touch Braille and explore modes.
Look, if I press both thumb keys, well, what it means by both thumb keys is like the both outer thumb keys.
Touch Braille off.
I'm not going to just swipe now.
When in explore mode, simply move a single finger around the screen to locate various items and tap twice quickly with the single finger to activate the item.
It's kind of like using voiceover.
This is also known as a double tap.
Yeah, it's kind of like using voiceover.
To perform a long press of an item, tap twice quickly and hold your finger on the screen.
Like this.
Swipe left or right with a single finger to navigate to the previous or next item. Press the previous and next thumb keys together again to enable touch Braille at any time.
Yeah, it works anytime.
Next button.
Now I'll double tap.
Editing basics.
Then I'll turn it back on touch Braille. 'cause I
Touch
like using
Braille
it.
on. At any point, you can use first letter navigation to quickly find an item in an app. Type the first letter of the item you are looking for, and Braille Notes Focus will jump directly to that item.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
If you want to type information into an edit box or form, you will first need to activate edit mode. Similar to forms or focus mode used by many screen readers, simply press enter or double tap on an edit box. You will hear a rising tone to signify that edit mode is active. You will also see the Braille cursor appear between the edit box brackets on your Braille display. Note that if you are exploring the screen and double tap on an edit box, touch Braille will automatically be activated and you can immediately begin typing. Type your information into the edit box and, when finished, you can easily leave edit mode by pressing the exit command or button space with either the left arrow key on the front of your Braille note. Even easier, you can simply navigate to the next or previous item using your next or previous thumb keys. Edit mode will be disabled automatically and you can use first letter navigation again. Note that if you had previously been using Explore mode to double tap on an edit box, Touch Braille will be deactivated when you leave edit mode so you can continue exploring the screen with your finger. If you have multiple edit boxes to fill, often apps will allow you to press enter to jump directly to the next edit box in the form,
Like in
keeping
Keymail.
efficiently editing. You can quickly
Like that
check what the
Keymail.
enter key will do in an edit box by using your contextual help command.
Like sometimes if I bring you to a new line, sometimes it might go to the next edit box. It depends.
You can practice editing either with Touch Braille or by flipping down the physical keyboard in the below edit box. Find the edit box using your next thumb key and activate edit mode by pressing enter on it. Type what is your name? Next button. What is your name?
And see, it shows.
Edit box.
Then it shows the two brackets. If I press my cursor around.
What is your name? Edit box.
And this is not required. I've filled this in before. Oh, darn it. Darn it. And see, I just typed that silently.
Next button. Typing in computer Braille.
This is kind of weird.
When typing in certain edit boxes, such as those which require an email address, password, web address, or phone number, you may receive the message that computer Braille is required. Computer Braille is always required when using KeyWeb.
Which kind of makes sense since it's a web browser.
This means that you can only type in those boxes using computer Braille, and contractions will not be recognized.
Yeah, they'll be recognized as like weird symbols. What do you mean by contractions won't be recognized? They will, but they won't be recognized as the same thing. They'll be recognized as like an @ sign or something weird.
This is to ensure that the exact symbols you want to type are typed directly into the box without any Braille translation occurring. You will also notice that when typing in computer Braille, the cursor changes from 2 dots to 1 to help show you when computer Braille is being used.
Yeah, because both the edit box and the edit box brackets and the cursor go into the dots 7 and 8. And you have to use dot 7 and 8 when you're using computer
Next
braille.
button.
Oh, next. Sorry.
8 dot computer braille.
See, that's what I was just talking about. 8 dot computer braille.
When typing in computer braille, you will also notice that you can combine your backspace, dot 7, and enter, dot 8 keys to make different characters. This is because Braille Note Touch uses 8 dot computer braille to enter certain symbols.
Yeah, and on the Apex you had a choice, but that was just too complicated.
Notification.
Ah.
5 new messages.
Sorry.
One thing to remember when typing in computer braille is that many characters require the enter or backspace keys to create those characters. This means that keyboard commands which require backspace or enter to perform an action need to have the space bar added to them to be recognized as a command. So, for example, commands such as the delete to end of document command, which is done typically by pressing backspace with dots 4, 5, 6, will actually create some specific characters in certain languages when using computer braille. To perform the delete to end of line command, you need to add the space bar to backspace with dots 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird.
If you are trying to perform a command which requires enter or backspace, and it is creating a character you did not intend to create, first check if you are using computer braille. If so, one thing to remember when typing in computer braille, you will also notice that you can combine your backspace. If you are trying to perform a command which requires enter or backspace, and it is creating a character you did not intend to create, first check if you are using computer braille. If so, try the command with the space bar added.
What? Nah.
Next button. Let's practice typing in computer braille. Note that when typing in computer braille, some of the more common characters you may need to type can be written at dot 7-4.
Yeah, at is dot 7 4.
Underscore dots 4-5-6. Dots 4-6.
And what it means by that is a period.
Pound sign dots 3-4-5-6. The entire 8 dot computer braille table can be found in the appendix of the user guide.
In the what? Table can be found in the okay. Appendix.
To practice, activate edit mode by pressing enter or a cursor router key on the below email address edit box.
Now I flip back the physical keyboard.
That computer braille will be required
It's easier
as this edit box is
type.
expecting an email address. Type your email address and use the far right thumb key to navigate to the next button.
Now you don't actually
Press
need to type
enter
your
or
real
cursor
email.
router key on it to move to the next screen. Email address edit box. Email address edit box. Computer braille is required.
Wrap a message. Computer braille is required. Now, I'm just gonna type in
deleted.
fun at YouTube. Oh, hold on.
You deleted. Period. Deleted.
At YOUTUBEFUN. I'm just typing a random email here. COO.
See deleted. Next button. Begin using Braille Note Touch. Congratulations, you are now ready to begin using Braille Note Touch. Do not launch this tutorial. Next button. Disabled. Previous button. Exit tutorial button.
See, then
Bottom.
I can just.
Exit tutorial. Miscellaneous settings.
Then I'm back.
Launch tutorial main menu.
So that's just the Braille Note Touch tutorial.
Screen off.
I'm gonna speed up my speech.
Blocked. 3:28. Tuesday, May 9th. 3:28 a.m.
See,
Unlock button.
this thing
Device
kind of
unlocked.
glitched.
Main menu.
So,
Miscellaneous settings. Key can select language
Anyways.
Select a language profile to configure. Primary language. Configure language text to speech engine.
Use text to speech engine. Be fast. Slightly faster. Much faster. Text to speech engine. Main menu.
anyways,
Read on.
that was just the Braille Note Touch tutorial. I hope this helped you all out, and peace out.